everybody, and welcome to the one and only Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, and we have one. I am going to show you a video here of a very strong frontal boundary which will sweep across the state and bring in some very warm temperatures ahead of it, and then the collision and air masses will produce a round of showers and thunderstorms, and some of which could be severe. Most of Arkansas has been outlined in a risk area Sunday afternoon and evening by the Storm Prediction Center for a slight risk for severe weather. I'm going to go over those threats in just a little bit. But here on the Arkansas Weather Blog, don't forget the winter weather contest will be starting up. It's November the 9th, and that winter weather contest will be starting up very soon, so keep checking back for details. And I would, if you can, follow me on Facebook, Todd Jacobian, and Twitter, KTV_weather. There I will promote that winter weather contest and let you know when to go to the Arkansas Weather Blog. And who knows, there are going to be some great prizes, and you could win. It is a possibility. And there's going to be some great prizes that I'm hopefully going to change it up a little bit this year and come up with some great prizes. But there will be a week-long window that you'll be able to enter. And the contest goes through meteorological winter, which starts December 1st and goes all the way through the very end of February, which is 2013. So it's not a leap year, so it would be February 28th. But once again, let's get back to the weather and the collision and air masses, which is going to take place this weekend. Very warm and windy. I know the hunters are going out there. You're going to have strong south to southeast winds for much of the weekend, and then the sharp contrast in air masses produces a round of thunderstorms. Behind it, much colder air. Let's get into the model data. So we start off now with the NAM simulated radar showing what we're expecting the radar to look like this weekend, and it's also showing you the shaded areas of gray, the cloud cover. I'm going to take you through a really, this is fast animation here. Watch all this moisture start to get drawn up towards the south with these southerly winds this weekend. Watch this. Look at that Gulf of Mexico moisture, cloud cover, and it starts streaming towards the north. We're stopping this. This is Saturday morning, and look at this. More coming up. Sunday at midnight, you can see that we've got quite a bit of moisture in place, clouds, warm air, and look at the shower starting to break out here across portions of Oklahoma. And this is where I want to show you the actual frontal boundary. This is Sunday at 6 p.m. Look at this line of thunderstorms according to the simulated radar from the North American model. And look at this. This is an area that I really want to highlight. West Central, Southwest Arkansas, in the Arklatex area. Here's your main line, and this is picking up on maybe some activity out in front of that main line that needs to be watched. Whenever you have that, things can get a little tricky, and they get away from the main line, and things can rotate in those types of situations. But what I'm looking at with this main line is an area where damaging winds will be the primary threat with this line. Now, embedded within this line, there could be little waves that could spin up and that could produce a tornado. That threat is low, but it is there. This is mainly a wind-producing line of thunderstorms by late Sunday afternoon and evening that will sweep across the state. Going back and showing you the North American model temperatures, I don't know if you can read all these numbers here, but let's just go into noon on Saturday. And we have plenty of 70s across Oklahoma, Louisiana, 60s, even some 70s showing up in western and northern Arkansas. So we're warming up. We may have some cloud cover to deal with this weekend, which could hamper some of these temperatures from really taking off. But that was Saturday at noon. And then watch what happens on Sunday. This is Sunday in that same time period where I stopped it before at the line of thunderstorms. This is Sunday at 6 p.m. We've got some warmth and humidity really you can see that trying to build out of East Texas into the Arklatex area. But look how sharp the temperature contrast is from the 60s and 70s across Arkansas to the 50s to behind the front, 40s, and then 30s in portions of northern Oklahoma. So huge temperature contrast, and this is where the battle line is looking to shape up. Now switching and looking at something a little different here, let me scroll this up just to make sure I get the time period correct. What we're looking at is what's called the EHI, the Energy Helicity Index, and this combines instability with shear, and it kind of pinpoints in an area that would be most favorable for severe weather and rotation within these thunderstorms and of the amount of spin available for the thunderstorms to tap into. Notice how there's that wedge coming up just ahead of that frontal boundary. This is at 6 p.m. on Sunday. And then watch what happens. Let me scroll this back up. This is at 9 p.m. Notice that area is confined to the southwest corner of the state, and once you start getting these values greater than 1 in this green area, that raises some alarm. Again, the threat is low, and as the night wears on, it decreases, and that instability and the shear parameters start to come down, it looks like, as the evening progresses. This is at midnight, and it's confined to far southern Arkansas. So to wrap up, I'm expecting a line of thunderstorms. Gusty winds the main threat. Is there a tornado threat? Yeah, there is. It's a low one. If there's a tornado, I think it's brief. I think it's isolated. And the threat, again, is low. I think I'm really going to say that the wind damage threat is going to be much higher with this. And heavy rain, too. I think we could easily see an inch or two out of this as maybe some isolated higher amounts. And a quick return from southerly winds this weekend to northerly winds and colder air behind that, where Monday is going to be a struggle to get out of the 50s. So thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.